into it. Do you prefer Steven or Steve?
Definitely Steven. And I will save the stories and time that I could share it. When I tell people Steven and then they email me Steve, and I'm like, Steven. Okay, Steve. Yeah, watch what happens. So, Steven, please.
Awesome. I definitely understand that some people call me Tina when I specifically say it's Tia. So totally cool. But
Yeah.
I do
Doesn't
appreciate
seem that difficult, does it?
No, it's 3 letters, It's 3 letters, but
I tell you.
I do appreciate you taking the time to do this interview with me. So, as Riley said, my name is Tia. I'm from the outlet Geek Vibes Nation, and this is honestly really cool. Like when I got the email to say, "Hey, do you want to speak with Steven Ogg?" I was like, "Hell yeah, I do."
Not so sweet.
So you are here to promote the new line of infomercials that you have done for Old Spice. And I just wanted to kind of give you the platform to talk about like what we can expect in these fun and exciting infomercials.
Definitely. Well, it was, we did the first set of these Bob Giovanni spots a while ago. I keep saying 2016, and I hope I'm right. I heard 2016 was mentioned. I don't remember last week. But we'll say 2016. And the Bob Giovanni character was already pretty much created, and there. Fun character, infomercial, high energy. Yeah. And at the time, I think I was probably doing The Walking Dead, or I was doing characters that were darker and not sort of fun. And I've done comedy on shows before. But this was just a wonderful opportunity to play a character that was fun with Old Spice and do this collaboration. So then when they came back in December, maybe, I think December, with this opportunity, really just, hey, would you like to revisit this character? That was all I needed, was that question. And it was a simple yes, because enjoy the character. And I've enjoyed working with the company. And I mean, I do happen to use Old Spice, but it's not my first and foremost thing for doing a job, is because I use the deodorant. But it was the character, and it was fun. And it's like, and especially after the 2.5, 3 years ongoing pandemic, it was a nice opportunity to have some fun. And now that they're coming out, it's like I say, it's really nice in these troubled times to have a smile, to be able to ideally have a bit of a chuckle or just to feel good is more and more important as we get darker and darker days, it seems, out there sometimes with situations going on. So to be presented with this opportunity was wonderful, and they're great to work with, and like I said, it's a product I like and I use, and it has sort of a nostalgia for me, Old Spice. So it's kind of a perfect fit.
And when you typically see infomercials, commercials with celebrities, it really feels as if, they showed up on set, they're reading from a script, and that's it. But you really get into it, you develop this character, and you really make these commercials memorable. And so would you say that just comes naturally for you? Like, if you're doing an infomercial, you obviously want it to have a lot of energy.
Yeah, well, I mean, what comes first is the character, right? So it doesn't matter. I mean, if this Bob Giovanni character was in a play, if he was in a play, or if he was in a movie, or if he was on a TV show, the character is the character, and it's the words of the words. And when you're presented with like a good script, good words, it's much easier to have the character follow. And in this case, what they had, the whole idea of Bob Giovanni being presented and what was there, it's a fairly easy thing to step into. And then I just believe, I go full into whatever I do. If I'm going to do something, I go full in. I have to come up with a new expression, because my old expression I used to use for going full in is absolutely inappropriate nowadays, more than ever. So I do have to come up with some other expression, which I will eventually. But, I just go, I believe, doing the best job, like whatever you do. I've scrubbed toilets before when I lived in Italy. I didn't like it, but damn, those toilets were good. They were clean. So I just believe in whatever you do. In this case, when I act, you just go in, you do your best job that you can. Don't phone it in. See enough actors doing that, and it drives me nuts, especially those that work a lot. Shame on them.
I would have to agree. As someone in the industry of reviewing movies and TV shows, I definitely agree with that.
So much shit out there.
And as you said, we had the pandemic, and you've also been in a lot of projects that are, quite dark. Snowpiercer, The Walking Dead, just so many shows where there's this serious ambiance. So when you're picking a role, is it almost like, okay, I'm going to do these really like serious projects, and then I'm going to look for something that's fun? Or, I mean, how do you necessarily pick your project?
It's more opportunities presented. To me, it's what is being presented, or what I'm honestly, the jobs I'm getting. I always say I'm not at a big table with piled high with scripts and choosing between a musical or romantic comedy or a horror film. It's more like, okay, these are the opportunities I get, and they're the ones that I do. So I'm not, I wish I should be picking and choosing more, but that's a whole other topic of conversation. It's the opportunities, right? And so, certainly I'm always looking for more opportunities, because there's nothing I like more than to work and to go from one project to another. But that's of course not, I don't want to sound, I don't count, I count my blessings, and I'm very grateful for everything, but it's not picking and choosing so much as just what the opportunities are for me. But then there has been, like Garrett Dillahunt's new show is a comedy, and so I did that. This film I just did, this indie film, Linus Roach played the character that I would be more known for, sort of the unpredictable, crazier one, and I play the character that Linus would usually play, and just a calm, pragmatic, known as the monk because of his, Buddhist philosophies in life. So it's like those have been nice, and it's not picking and choosing. Again, it's more the opportunity that arises, and I'm like, yeah, it's more the serendipity than me picking and choosing. A project comes along that just happens to be different, because I don't want to do the same character. Hence, like Bob Giovanni. Hey, great timing. Let me do something fun. Let me do that. So I just sort of embrace whatever opportunities I have. When more and more present themselves, then I'd be picking and choosing if I could. Like, I'm not going to do the same thing over and over. Not interested. I'm an actor that likes to do different parts in whatever art installation, theater, film, TV, I don't care what it is, just different parts to explore. That's acting, acting.
I mean, it could get certainly repetitive, playing the same thing over and over again. So, with a lot of mandates being lifted, are you finding that there's a lot more opportunities being opened up, as it seems like we may be getting past this pandemic? I don't want to sound so sure about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It just seems to, unfortunately, something happens in the world, and all of a sudden the focus is there, and it's like, oh yeah, the pandemic's done because we've got a war that we're going to deal with. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, the opportunities, again, I'm ready. I'm here. I'm more than happy to take the opportunities. So, whoever creates them for me, I'll take them. I mean, my friend called. She's doing an indie film in Indiana, and said, "Are you free?" I was like, "Yep, yeah, I'll come down and play that character for 4 days for sure." That's what I'd love. Any opportunity. I'm just like, yeah, bring it. I love them. Any chance to play.
So you have these infomercials that are coming out, and so I wanted to ask, is there another project that you'd love to take the time to promote right now?
Well, I mean, we've got the Old Spice Bob Giovanni, and just finished this Dresden Sun movie, which probably won't come out until next year. And that's, those are the projects that I've just finished. So those are the most recent things that I can say are coming up. I'm trying to think what else have I shot anything else? I don't think so. There's, some theater things that I'm really focused on, collaborating with a certain incredible writer that if I had to just spend 2 years trying to collaborate with him and create this theatrical event that I'm hoping to, I would feel like very happy, but I just don't know if it's, going to happen, but I'm certainly setting all of my energies and focus on that. And I won't name names, not to jinx it, but in case he decides he doesn't want to do it with me. But it would be a wonderful theatrical event that, you would see it like a St. Anne's Warehouse in New York and Brooklyn, or like the Donmar in London. One of these beautiful, large, heartfelt, passionate theater projects. But that's promoting energy out there towards it more than any reality. So maybe if I talk about it, it'll come true.
Well, I was going to say, isn't that the book that came out years ago, The Secret? You put the energy out into the universe, and it will. If you build it, they will come. That's all of a sudden what I just thought of.
Yeah, I get, it's manifesting, right? And I've done some manifesting, but this would be a big one. But yes, I guess it's better than saying I've got nothing going on and I'm just depressed.
Listen, you are like a massive name, and everyone knows like at least one project that you've been in. So I gotta tell you, it's been super exciting speaking with you. I know that I only had about 10 minutes with you, so I don't want to keep you for too long. But I'm very excited for everyone to see more of the Bob Giovanni, to see more of your work, and hopefully, as you said, that we both manifested all good things to come.
Yes. Well, it was lovely to chat with you, and stay safe and healthy, and all the best.
No promises. No, I'm just
I gotta wish it. I gotta wish it.
Thank you again, Mr. Ogg, Steven. I very much appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
I certainly will. You too, Tia.